What's happening, people? Liverpool Prophet back again with another video. More Liverpool stuff to talk about. Of course, you know the drill, guys. You know the drill. All Liverpool content, all Liverpool related content, transfer news, player news, manager news, all here. So there's some quite interesting stories breaking out. Robertson, someone who hasn't been spoken about a lot, has been linked with a move away from Liverpool. That would obviously mean certain things. I wanted to talk a bit more about the new left back Milos Kerkez coming in, when it could happen, and yeah, some big news dropping on Robertson, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm totally surprised on it, but then also I'm not surprised on it. But you know what? Without further ado, let's get into it because this is gonna be an interesting one for sure. So, Atletico Madrid apparently want Andrew Robertson to join them. Now, look, I'm going to be honest. Are you taking this deal? Are you not taking this deal? I'm 50-50 on it. I'm very 50-50 on it, actually. I look at Robertson's age. He's coming towards the end of his career. Well, he's coming on to 30 now. I think he might even be 30, but I can see why Atletico want him. He is just a perfect Simeone type player. You know, when you look at Robertson, he's got that fire in him. He's got that underbelly in him. He's got that grit. He's a proper Atletico Madrid player. And I've never really noticed it too much, to be fair. But I am now. I can see exactly why Simeone wants him. And it's because he is a proper Madrid player. His attitude, the way he is, his personality, it just fits Atletico Madrid to a glove. Doesn't it? I've got to be totally honest. He'd be absolutely perfect for Atletico Madrid. I can just see him now winding up Madrid players, the Real Madrid players, winding up Barcelona players. I think he'd just be an absolute menace, and I think he'd be an absolutely brilliant addition to Atletico Madrid, in my opinion. I think he'd be very good there. And I can see, like I said, I see why they want him. I can see why they want him, and I never really thought about it, to be fair, but, you know, he suits them as well. He really suits their style of play, I feel, and he really suits the way they are. You know, they're also really gritty. You know, they also give a lot of mouth out. So, Robertson to Atletico Madrid, I can see it. I think it's a good move for him. But, look, I look at his Robertson's age and I feel he's coming towards the end of his Liverpool career now. Now, he's not been at his best this season. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And I feel he hasn't been at his best for a while now. It's been a good while since I've seen Robertson at his best. But I would be looking to sell, maybe. I mean, I would keep him as a backup, but you know, him or Tsimikas as a backup option, I wouldn't mind either, to be fair. Obviously, you'd want Robertson because you think he's still a bit more better and a bit more experienced, but I wouldn't mind either, to be fair. Obviously, with Robertson going, this will probably mean that Tsimikas stays on at Liverpool for another season at least. We're going to need cover on that left side for Kerkez if he gets injured, so obviously everyone thought Robertson would be staying and Tsimikas would move on, but now it looks like it could potentially be the other way around. With Robertson going, it's a no-brainer to keep Tsimikas around, and I don't mind Costa staying around, to be fair. I think, you know, as long as he can fill in if Kerkez gets injured in a one-off game and, you know, puts in a good shift, I don't mind him staying. I think he's a good character, he's a good personality to have in the team, in the dressing room, so, you know, as long as he can do a good job when Tsimikas is injured, when Kerkez is injured, I wouldn't mind keeping Tsimikas around at all. No problem there. He's not going to be playing often either, to be fair. He'll rarely play. I don't think Kerkez will get injured a lot, to be fair. So I don't see him playing much, but, you know, as long as he does a good, you know, fill in when he's required to, you know, keep Costas, no problem there. But this Robertson news has kind of come out of nowhere, hasn't it? I mean, you know, no one would have really expected Robertson to be going anywhere. He's definitely a player that I saw staying at Liverpool for the rest of his career. I just have that vibe of him. I don't see him anywhere else. I think he's pretty much at home here. He's a player that I never really envisioned we'd sell or he'd want to leave now. I'm seeing that the reason he wants to leave is because he doesn't really want to be a backup. I mean, I don't know what he expects really, because he's getting to an age now. His performance levels aren't what they used to be. So I think him being a backup and a squad player is a good thing, but he obviously feels that he's got a lot left to give at the highest level, and he feels like he doesn't need to be a squad player yet. So it's understandable why he's looking for that move to Atletico Madrid. Now, if the offer's right, I'd definitely sell it. I'll definitely sell now. It's a strange one because who would have thought we'd be losing two fullbacks, two fullbacks who we've had down the years. They've been pretty much our fullbacks. To lose them both in one window is a very, very, very interesting feeling, because I didn't expect both to leave. Obviously, we know he who must not be named left, but I didn't really envision a situation where Robertson would leave. But obviously, it looks like he wants first team football, and can't really blame him, to be fair. So, look, if the offer's right, I'm looking to accept that bid from Atletico Madrid. We've still got Costas there who could fill in for Robertson, for Kirkes. So, it's not like we aren't weak option wise. At least we don't have to look to the market to get another left back in. So, look, it's very unfortunate. I thank Robertson for his services at Liverpool. What a servant he's been. An absolute brilliant servant he has been for this club. A brilliant left back. Everything about him. I just love everything about the guy. His personality, his grit, his determination. Not afraid to get stuck in. He's always been a reliable player down the years. So if Robertson is to leave, I wish him well in his journey. And, nothing but the best to Robbo. Hopefully, he continues to ball out in the La Liga with Atletico Madrid if he does move. So that's that. And I think this is... I think this is overdue. I think this is pretty much overdue now. I genuinely think this is overdue. I think now, this summer window, we're starting to see Arne Slot really build his Liverpool team. His Liverpool team last season, look, let's be honest, that was still Klopp's team that we were playing with. And, a lot of them were, pretty old now. So we've needed to refresh the team for, not last season, the season before, the year we had the bad year and missed out on top 5. We've needed to refresh the team since then, really. We had Robertson who's getting on. Obviously Van Dijk, Salah extended, so that's done with. You had Henderson, Fabinho. We've needed to refresh the team for a while now, and now it looks like it's happening, and I'm for it. I'm very, very, very much in the camp of, we'll get the older players out now. They've had their time. Let's bring in our new blood, our new team, and let's let Slot build his team now. He proved he could win with someone else's team. Now give him the funds, which obviously he's getting, and let him build his own team. And that's what it looks like we're doing. It looks like Slot is finally going to be building his Liverpool team this summer. We're already seeing differences. Frimpong in, Kirkes in, Wirtz in, striker will be in tune as well. So we're going to see a much different Liverpool team next season. There's going to be a lot of new faces, I feel, and a lot of faces are going to be leaving. And I'm for it. Let Arne Slot cook. He's earned the right to let him build his own team. So, yeah. But honestly, on Kirkes now, again, I don't want the Kirkes deal to drag on like the Wirtz deal did. I don't think the Kirkes deal is going to drag on, to be fair. I don't think it will drag on. I think it's a matter of a couple of days before it gets confirmed or it gets nipped in that we get the here we go. But the last thing we really want is for the Wirtz thing to happen over again, and then we're waiting another 2 weeks, 3 weeks just to get that here we go on Kirkes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that here we go on Kirkes comes soon, because I'll be honest, man, if that deal stalls as well, it's just going to cause more worry and panic in Liverpool, in all of us. So hopefully, please guys, can we get that deal done quickly? Get the Kirkes deal done, then we can look to the striker, man, and see who we're going to look at for a striker option. So get Kirkes done, please. But look, from what I'm seeing in the window, it's going to be a very, very, very different Liverpool team next year. And like I said, I'm all for it. We've needed to refresh him for so long, and we're finally refreshing him now. Robertson, he's not been the player he was for a while now, so if we're going to sell. If we're going to keep him as a squad player, keep him as a squad player. But I like this. I like that we're going to have a fresh, younger, newer team next year. And the experience is still there. You've still got Virgil there. You've still got Mo there. You've still got Endo there needs be. So there is still experience in the team. Allison as well, obviously. So it's not like there's going to be no experience in this team. We'll still have experience, but I can, with Wirtz coming in, with Frimpong coming in, with Kirkes coming in, the striker, it's going to be a pretty new Liverpool team and a different Liverpool team. So I'm very excited to see who we get in as the striker. I'm excited for the Kirkes. Here we go, and I'm excited to see a new Liverpool team next year. A fresh, hungry Liverpool team ready to go for the next couple of years. Let's have it. Let's freaking have it. Let's not cook. But that is all for me, guys. Again, breaking news that was with Robertson. Had to speak on it. But remember, like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. Show some love. I'll be back with more Liverpool related content in the near future. Stay tuned. Liverpool Prophet. Peace out. Up the Reds. Let's go.